I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to...
So welcome guys to a new podcast, a new video about why you should buy CargoX token. And let's just start it. Before I go into the details, I want to talk about the key facts at the moment from the CargoX token and the company. First, CargoX company has a contract with the Egypt government for the next 5 years to provide this solution. We are the only provider in Egypt. This leads at the moment to $200 a month we have to transfer to the Polygon blockchain. And on January 1st, we expect that the Egypt air freight will go live as well. The time table got already pushed back for 3 months, so I hope it's not going again delayed. Though, and in September this year, so for 2 months, we got the relayers on the community. They are lovely called delayers, but finally we got them, and already we have 260 to 280 relayers who are pushing the docs, these 200,000 docs a month, to the Polygon blockchain. And for this work, the company pays the relayers $30 in CargoX token and burns the 30 cent of CargoX token forever. So they pay per doc 60 cents at the moment. These are the known tokenomics, the now working tokenomics. We can expect in the future that we will get a sidechain for the token, because right now we are dependent on the Matic fees, and sometimes the fees go crazy and you cannot calculate how much you will pay if there are enough capacity in the future for your own needs. So this will come, but don't expect it in the near future, but late 2023 or 2004, I personally expect a sidechain for CargoX, but just needed because we cannot control the fees we have to pay at the moment on the Polygon blockchain. Though, and from the company side, they teased more partners will come. As always, as a token holder, I expected more partners for yesterday, but we see they are not here. So I think the whole disease for the last 2 years pushed many projects back in the time frame, but in the long run, this will help us to accelerate electronification of this kind of documents we are dealing here with. So 0.7 for this key facts. In short, the token now is one of a kind of a project in the crypto sphere. I'm not aware of this kind of project, like we have real impact of outside money, real money flowing every day in the tokenomics. We will talk about it in a couple of seconds or minutes, because for every document CargoX needs to get on the blockchains, they need to pay 60 cent to the token or in the token. Okay, what do I think about CargoX? And as I prepared this presentation, I realized this is a royal flush in making. If you're not aware what a royal flush is the best hand you can have in poker. I, for myself, played in the past a lot of Texas Hold'em. I prefer this variant of poker. You get in the beginning of the party 2 cards in your hand, and then 3 community cards on the board. So only 2 cards for yourself, and the next cards, 3 and 4 and 5 cards on the board, are community cards. All players share these cards, and you have to think about the probabilities which hands would your opportune or the other players have. What are the chances for your hand to win? It's a kind of a little bit luck, but if you play on the long run, calculations will be the best or get the overhand. And I think CargoX is the royal flush, maybe in your financial freedom, in to the way of your financial freedom. And I will show you now my thinking. Why do I think the royal flush in making? So, before I go into details for the next years, just some facts here again. The maximal supply of CargoX token is 215 million tokens. At the moment, we bridged to the Polygon network 68 million. Most of these tokens are locked from the relayers, because for service, if you provide this service, you have to lock tokens or you get nothing. But most of the people, is 260 relayers I talked, they are locking this token, so they are not calculated to the free float. The treasury of the CargoX is 40 million tokens, and I think this other wallet is also a wallet from CargoX. And then we have this 8.8 million tokens left on KuCoin. We can expect they are lost forever. And right now we burned 4.6 million tokens, and we have around 4 million tokens left on the buyback wallet. So we have a free float of 81 million tokens, or 37%. And I calculated the total free float is around 94 million or 95 million CargoX token. I calculated 20% of the Polygon bridge is also for free float possible sellers. 95 million tokens are the real free float. So then let's get a look into the next possible years. What do I expect? And I will talk about it right now. Just from the beginning, I will say my expectation is that our dog count will rise 8 times right now, and this will lead to an expected price rise of 38 times the price right now. It's in the beginning of this presentation. You see here, I looked from 2022 to 2032, so it's a 10-year period, calculated to this year of 20 cents around the token price. My assumptions, where I will talk you through, will lead to a token price in 2032 of $7.75. Maybe you will say, this is crazy, this will never be happened, but let me walk you through the numbers, and then you can think about this presentation for yourself, if this is realistic or not. Though the real supply right now is 210 million tokens, so the 250 million from before minus the already burned tokens, and we burn the half of the tokens we get as a relayer. It will get burned, and every year you see the resupply is going down, and in 2032 we will end with a real supply of 188 million tokens. So this is the free float I talked in the beginning, 94 million, and if at the moment we have around 2.4 million documents a year, or 6,575 docs each day, and the company is buying for $1.44 million CargoX token each year. With the starting price of 20 cents, this is 7.58% of the free float. And this number is important for my calculations, because where did I get this $7.75 for CargoX? It's really easy. So I assume that this percentage is from the people that are willing to sell. This percentage will changing over the years, and will get less and less likely that people are willing to sell. Why do I expect it? When we get older and older, and the project get better known, and more partners are going, the risk is going down, and less people will or are willing to sell their tokens. This is my expectations. So the risk of the project is going down, and more confidence is coming from the community, and so the willing of the token holders to sell will fall significantly to 3% in this year. We can say, okay, let's assume it's only 7.58, and this price will be the same for all the years. Just for thinking, this will lead us to $3.67 per token. It's a good assumption as well. Good, I assumed as well the rising dogs. I stated here in the beginning, I expect the dogs rise 8 times at least in 10 years. I think this is not so much. Yeah? So we will process 20 million documents a year in 2032, only 55,000 documents a day. 8 times what we are doing right now with only one partnership. Yeah. Is this likely? Right now, it seems it's too much. But if I think about the documents we generated worldwide, and if we are at just 5-10% of the market, there are so many docs you can digitalize and go through the blockchain. I think this is maybe too less. I don't know, but I have to put some numbers in my calculations. So these are the two biggest drivers for the price in my calculations. How many docs we get a year, and how many people are willing to sell their tokens, because all the rest we can calculate from these numbers. Yeah? So no speculation in the token, no FOMO, no fear, no FUD. There's just some calculations. Where should the price be if the dogs are going to 20 million a year and the token holders are not so willing to sell their token? So this leads us in the end to a real market capitalization in 10 years of around $1.5 billion. Is the real market capitalization so calculated on this 189 million tokens. This is only the end of 2032. If we going here to this point in time, I think the future will be much brighter. And now it's the question: how much did you bet on this royal flush? Are you all in? Are you just raising your stake? Are you folding your hand? Yeah, this is the question you should be asking yourself. I did my part here with this presentation. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have anyone who wants to know about this token, please show this video. Going around 18 minutes. I hope this helped you a lot. Let's rock the show. Let the crypto community with this project. Let's go nuts.
Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand.